What's going on? Today we are looking at the Columbia 300 Messenger Solid, the blue one. And we are in Bowler's Edge Pro Shop and my guy Tony. What's going on, sir?
Good. What's happening?
So again, I didn't get an opportunity to throw that ball, but my man right here, Tony, was around during that period of time.
Yes.
You can actually look at that one.
Messenger series to me has always been a big staple in the Columbia family and everything else. I'm actually super excited when mine comes in, so I can put some holes in it and throw it and see how it compared to the old one. The old one was really good. It was a great tournament ball back in the day, real predictable and stuff like that. And,
Okay.
you know, we had a couple different other brands, you know, in the sense of the Beast. If the lanes were hooking a little bit more, we'd go to that.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then you could go to the Messenger, and then more aggressive would be the Tie Messenger, you know, when they got into the titanium stuff. So, you know, the Blue Messenger was just a real staple of back then, of like it is today, of different stuff, you know.
Okay. Fair.
You know, so yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing this one and see how it reacts compared to that back then.
So we're gonna have to get him on a lane and get some shots and record some of that. So you probably see that coming. So as soon as he gets this in, you gotta let me know so I can get this recorded.
Perfect.
So again, lefty,
righty.
You're righty.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna see.
Righty and old and slow, but yeah, you know.
Hey, a lot of people can relate. So we gonna see what it looks like. But yeah, so this titanium core, or not titanium, is it titanium?
No, this one is not. This is a Messenger.
It's some nugget in the middle.
Some new nugget, yeah.
But I'll put all the specifics. We'll cover that as we always do in the middle of the video. But yeah, so that's about it. We're going to get to the lanes, man.
All right,
I appreciate it, Tony.
You got it?
All right, man.
All right, man.
And I'll catch you guys. Yeah. So here are the numbers. This the pin distance are a little different, so that's why it looked a little different, but same layout. The Messenger, the titanium core is back, and this did not disappoint. On this 2018 PBA Bear pattern, which is probably about game 4 or 5, this ball made it. It's probably one of my best looks on this particular pattern. This, especially playing right when it's a little more oil. Man, again, it's still like pretty much me warming up, trying to understand the pattern, but trying to figure out where I am speed wise. Where do I need to be? What does my rotation need to be? And again, for what I'm seeing initially out of this ball, it's clean. It's clean enough, especially with the box surface on it, because I haven't adjusted the surface at all. It still gets down the lane and it still stores. Now, if I miss left, everything's on a hook from there. But once you get it out into a little bit of that oil to see if it's going to hold or not, that's when you kind of see the magic. And man, like the carry of it was really good. And I'm really becoming a fan of this ball. I really do like, you know, balls like the hammer, the raw hammer solid. I like those solid pieces. I feel like I get a little more consistency out of that type of shape, as opposed to, you know, this pearl counterparts. I just like that. I feel like it matches up on my speed a little bit better. But yeah, man, like once I get far enough left, still have enough energy to shake it out. And on some of these tougher patterns, that's what's necessary. It's what you need to, you know, everybody wants the high flush hit, but you want to knock 10 pins down, period. So this one for sure, I think, gets the job done. And again, because this is a sport shot, this is not, you know, just a simple house shot. My misses are misses, and you see it like clearly. But I think on house specifically, you will see, you know, a very, very consistent ball reaction if you get into your zone. And that's I'll reiterate that point is, you know, sports shots kind of make you play it a certain way based on what you're capable of. Now, I could play up the boards, but I prefer to get left. But on certain shots, man, let me stay as far right as possible. But yeah, I'm playing across the lane like I always do to see what it does, to see what the ball does. And yeah, I can't play there. I can't play in a normal where a normal house shot would typically allow me to. So again, I put it there just to see. And again, if you don't, hit the twig down lane, you don't got a chance. But on the shots that you do see get to the pocket, it's going through the pins, man. It's not a ton of deflection. It's getting there and crunching the rack. So we compare this one to the Track Heat. Track Heat was by far one of my favorite pieces. Like I mentioned, the raw hammer solid is just that. I want to say, not low end. Like these not low end balls. These are kind of the in between range. Between a stealth, knockout black and blue, power torque, like it's in between. So again, you still have things lower than that, like the raws or rhinos, but yes, the Heat again by far one of my favorite pieces to throw, especially on some trickier shots where you don't need quite the strength of some of those older pieces. But yeah, man, you gotta enjoy this type of ball reaction. I think especially for the house shot, people who just really that's the bulk where they bowl on. You will find a lot of use out of balls in this range, like the Heat, like this new Messenger core. So as you look at the numbers, they're close. The differentials are off by a little, but when we look at the RG, 2515 on the Messenger. And then on the Heat, you have a 2500. So when you look at these things, again, these balls aren't super separated as far as those core numbers go, but that titanium core in this Messenger, I think that's providing a little more torque at the end of the lane. The surfaces are different. So you have 3000. This is out of box. I did not change the Powercor, the Messenger Powercor. The Heat freshened it up with 2000 to get it back closer to that box finish. But yeah, so again, these balls are very, very comparable to each other. I think the Messenger is a little longer down lane and not as early. That does speak to what those core numbers were. So yeah, man, playing up the boards with the Messenger on this trickier pattern. I like that. I like the shot. I could have sat there for the whole video, and I think that's where I would shoot my highest score from. Just managing my speed. You got to be accurate. Getting between, the first arrow, second arrow, every time. That will be the goal. Just how straight do I need to be? Speed, hand wise. So on the shots that I struck, you see it. My speed was up. In that particular zone. But yeah, again, the carry with this ball on this tough pattern was really, really blowing up the rack. Like that's what really caught my eye a ton. So I'm locked in. I'm throwing some shots here, and I got my hand in the right position. So now I'm throwing some shots. It's what you're seeing. Getting the ball to tumble a little bit more forward. To give me maximize, my area down lane. So the Heat, again, being a little bit smoother. I think it's a little earlier, and again, don't have as much down lane. But to be honest, guys, like we're splitting hairs here. Both of these balls are really good pieces. Like point blank, moving forward, I would probably just drill them differently. To keep them in the same bag. You don't need to have them in the same bag, but if you had a Heat, really liked it, if you got a Messenger, it could take its place. Because I think they are comparable to each other, and I do think the new Messenger, man, is gonna leave an impression. Don't be surprised if this one pops up on TV here soon. So that is it, guys. I'm about wrapping up, man. We got, of course, some more and more content coming. The Pearl is coming as well, so stay on the lookout. Hit that like, subscribe button. Appreciate it.